The topic is cultivating trust and safety. Yeah. Um, and let me actually start with asking you this question. When you hear these two words, trust and safety, um, what do you think is the difference or similarity? Why do you think they're together?
I think safety follows trust. So where there is trust, uh, people feel safe in that situation, environment, or with the person next, X, Y, Z. So that's the the difference.
Hmm.
And sometimes trust and safety are used as synonyms, one against the other, because where there is assumption that where there is safety felt, there is automatically there is trust already invested in, and where there is trust, safety will follow. So they're like those best buddies who hang out together.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, interesting. Um, in fact, initially the definition for this was increasing trust, and later safety word was added. And very similar to the second part that you mentioned, um, that when a safety environment is there, that's when trust can develop. Yeah. So here is the definition. Let's first take a look at the definition and see what highlights for us. Here it is. I am sharing my screen. Yeah. I hope you can see the full screen now. 1 second. Yeah. Can you see the full screen? Yeah. Okay. Great. So it says partners with the client to create a safe, supportive environment. Create that allows the client to share freely, maintains a relationship of mutual respect and trust. So again, wonderful definition. What comes to your mind when you see this? What is the highlight for you? What are some highlights for you?
Freely and mutual respect.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for me also the whole supportive environment that allows the client to share freely, that's the highlight for me.
Yeah. And going back to what we talked about, trust and safety, if that environment is created, only then somebody can, you know, share freely. So if I break it down, the first part is about partnering, then creating a safe environment, then is when sharing freely happens. And I think foundation is mutual respect and trust. So equals. Yeah. Um, so yes, this is what we talked about, trust versus safety, what it means. Now, to set the foundation of this workshop, I'm going to talk about something from this book, The Alchemist. Yeah, I think did we talk about it last time? No, okay. I
We
shared
spoke
it
of
with
atomic habit.
yeah, Atomic Habits,
Yeah.
yes. And I shared something with Aishwarya about this book long time back. But I'm not sharing that story. That was also about trust, but I'm not sharing that. So there was this interesting thing in this book about the stranger energy. And have you read this book, Shweta?
Half of it.
Half of it, yeah. So again, the context is that he wants to do something big in life, but is into a small family. His dad tells him, "No, whatever I did, you do that. There's no point in dreaming big and all that." But he had very big dreams, and one day he leaves his house and goes on a journey where, and then the entire book is about what he learns from everything.
Mm.
And there's one part in this book where he because he's meeting new people, he says so he meets strangers initially and then
Yes.
develops relationships. So obviously relationships evolve. So he talks about one insight that whenever new people meet us, they like us for who we are, and we develop a relationship. uh, there is something that attracts us towards each other, because of which we want to know each other more. But the moment they become close, what do? They start telling the other person how they should live their life.
Mm.
So, in the name of care, in the name of love, in the name of whatever, but they start giving advices, giving guiding, and telling people how. And then another thing he says is nobody knows where their life is going, but everybody knows how others should live their.
Understood.
Yeah. So that's the irony that he talks about. But I'm talking about that energy here where um initially it starts with accepting the other person what they the way they are, and we're able to see for who they are. But the moment we start to think that I care about you and I can start telling you is where the problem starts. Right. So with this foundation, here is what we are going to talk about. Understand trust and safety as felt experiences, not just techniques. We'll talk about the technique also, but before that, we'll experience it. Recognize behaviors that build versus erode trust. Practice creating safety through presence, language, and pace. And identify personal trust leaks and repair strategies. Very less time for all of this, but we'll make it quick. Um, so initially to start with, like I shared this story, I want us to think about those moments in our life where safety was lost. And since we talked about safety being the foundation for trust,
Mm.
so think of a conversation in your life where you stopped saying what you really wanted to say. Just think about it. No need to share, but think about it. Remember those relationships, all
And
those conversations. Yeah. I can think of many. And um and you stopped saying not because the topic wasn't important, but because in that moment something didn't feel safe.
mm,
Yeah. Now, when you remember this moment, can you feel and scan what happens in your body and where?
I can feel the fear in my chest area.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can feel my heart shutting down.
Yeah. Similar for me. I feel something here and also here, these two
Okay.
places.
Mm.
Yeah. The cognitive area and the chest.
For me, it's the throat. I feel choked in
So,
situations like that. Thank you.
hmm. Yeah. Okay. Now think about what happened just before you closed up in that moment. Think about it. Only think right now.
So when you say just before close up, it means ki when I decided not to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
When you decided to shut down
Yeah.
and gave up on expressing.
Mm.
Um,
For me
so,
again, ifs and buts.
hmm. Ifs and buts. Oh yeah. So the anticipation that only ifs and
Yeah.
buts are going to come, which means rejection of your point of view, your feeling, all of that, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay. Okay. Um, so thank you for, thinking and sharing about this. We'll do a small exercise here. Okay. I mean, if there was more people, I would have done breakout rooms, but for now, um, and you shared a little bit, Shweta, but Aishwarya, if you can share, I don't want the incident, no names, no incident, but what made the space unsafe for you? Can you share that?
Two things: loud, like screaming, and
Hmm.
silent treatment. Both.
Okay. Um, Loud screaming and silent treatment, right? Um, So I'm hearing in those moments when you wanted to express yourself, and in return, all you got was loud screaming. That's when you pulled back.
Yeah. Or silent treatments for months together.
Okay. So that's long term, but in the conversation, it was the
Yeah,
loud
like
screaming.
silent walking away. Like
Okay.
it,
Okay.
in
And that's
behavior, either it is screaming or silence. Either
mm,
of
and that's when you decided there's no point expressing, sharing.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, okay. Shweta, would you like to share?
Yeah. So in my case, I have no such experience before saying something, but it is in my head. What if this happens, or what if that happens?
Hmm. So
Yeah.
you're saying that this is an anticipation that
Yeah.
what if this
Mostly it's
happens,
my
that happens?
assumption. Yeah. It's not even happening, but it's my assumption. What if I hurt someone, or what if it's about my mother? I was giving example of my mother. If I have to say something, maybe she can feel hurt, and which
Hmm.
I don't want to. Then I all the ifs and buts I calculate in my mind. Even if that is not true, I'll just assume and I'll say pretend. I'll say this. I'll not say anything. I'll just stop it.
Yeah. So I'm hearing you, and Shweta, for the anticipation that you have, there must
Yeah.
be something that happened that you observed, you noticed. Can you pause and remember what were those behaviors that you observed which are giving you this anticipation now?
It's fear only, that rejection. That I'll most of the time she will say no.
Hmm.
That's my fear.
Hmm. And something must have happened because of which
So
you
this
you know.
feeling itself is not acceptable for me. Feeling of again she'll say no and I'll feel really bad because I've seen her saying no since my childhood. And even
Hmm.
if now she says something will trigger in within me. So I don't
Hmm.
want to be feel that feeling again.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm
So
hearing.
even if I'm saying I'm just feeling that feeling.
So since childhood, whenever you expressed something, you heard a lot of no,
Yeah,
and that's what made you shut down,
correct.
and you
But now I
pulled back.
think right now I feel more of a like I'm not fearful of that rejection, but more of a if I hurt her.
Hmm.
Earlier it was not the case that I was not thinking about hurting her, but I
Hmm.
was thinking about that feeling. Now I feel in a little different way that maybe it can hurt her also
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
I'm not accepting her as it
Okay.
is.
So I'm hearing that what happened to you and the pain that you went through,
Yeah, yeah,
now you are owning that for her also and feeling
yeah,
that what I felt, I don't want her to feel,
yeah, yeah. True.
right? And it has given such a huge impact in childhood that till now,
But till
in
now I
your
get that.
conversations, it is happening.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
It's a
Okay.
very interesting point, Shweta, you're making. Like sometimes when we think of trust, we're thinking of only receiving trust.
Yeah, yeah,
Or in ways in which that trust can be cultivated in a situation by the other, but
yes,
also not being able to build that trust in terms of when you want to share something, you don't share it because you are scared of hurting somebody.
yeah,
Is also holding back trust in some place within ourselves.
yeah, mm,
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for pointing that out. And experiences like these, so many that happen in our life, and especially in our close relationships,
yeah,
because of which we shut down, and which is one of the reasons why people come for coaching so that they can experience something different.
yeah,
Right? Um, can you pause for a moment and tell me right now when you expressed this,
yeah.
uh, how is that feeling for you?
I'm very heavy in my head right now, feeling all this rejection, all the memories, maybe somewhere stored in my body that is coming on the surface. I'm
Hmm.
feeling something in my body, very heavy head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in this moment here with me and Ashwarya, do you feel understood,
I think when I'm
heard?
voicing it out, I'm also feeling that yes, somebody is listening, and um, I'm aware of the fact that you all are coaches, so yeah,
Mhm.
that by default it comes that safety and
Mhm.
trust.
Ah,
That could be
okay.
one of the reason. Yeah.
So, okay, for some reason there is safety and trust here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Aishwarya, how about you?
As I shared about myself, I think I don't like to share about myself. So,
Mhm.
yeah, that's something that has unsettled me in ways like I'm a little, uh, yeah, I'm a little silent because of that.
Yeah.
The other is, what was the second question, Nikhil?
In this moment, when you shared openly about your feelings,
Yeah, I shared it only because it was the two of you. Like, I wouldn't have shared it in another room. So, yeah, I trust the two of you in this space. Yeah.
yeah, so there is safety.
Yeah.
Now, so can you tell me give me some words of why there is safety between us? And like Shweta mentioned, I know that you will not judge me, correct?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So one is the confidence that I'm not being judged.
Mm.
What else is it?
Mm, for me, the knowing Nikhil, I know you. Like we are friends outside of this space, so there's that trust and safety already established. But within this room, since I've also experienced you as a facilitator in many other situations, so again, yeah, a lot of role related and relationship related safety and trust is what I've experienced.
Hmm.
Mm. Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the foundation I'm hearing is when I am accepted the way I am and I'm
Mm.
not judged, right?
Yeah. Again, the one word is that is coming for me is how you are making me feel at that moment. No, I can sense in my body, I can sense in my voice how you're making me feel. Maybe in
Yeah.
a coaching session also, if someone is feeling make me feel uncomfortable by their voice, tone of voice, or the body language, everything, I
Hmm.
think everything matters.
Yeah. Yeah. So tone, pace,
Yeah,
and our nervous system is noticing all of this.
yeah, yeah,
Isn't
absolutely.
it? Yeah. So here is a small thing that I tried here. I'm sharing it on my screen. And this is what I had planned for the breakout room, but we did it here only. Um, I asked you what made you feel unsafe in that moment, and listening where there was no fixing, no reassurance, and only reflecting by I'm hearing that when this happened is when you pulled back. So I
Yeah.
only validated what you shared with me.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, so here, what does this teach us so far? Whatever we've spoken about from that alchemist story, from this, what we tried, listening openly builds safety. One. Two, reflecting back what I heard is obviously greater than reassuring somebody.
Mm.
Yes. And we also know through what you shared, what Ashwara shared, and my own experiences, that safety can collapse very fast. And it collapses quietly, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah. So fragile, right? So, and now for this question that I'm going to ask, I want you to pause and respond slowly in the chat. So think and then respond. Okay. The question is, what small behaviors reduced safety for you? So no hurry of responding, speaking. So pause, think, and respond in the chat.
In any relationship.
Yeah. So far in your life, what small behaviors reduced safety for you? We'll see whatever comes up.
Loud tone for me.
So in the chat, can you? So we will not speak here for some
Okay,
time.
okay.
We'll only respond in the chat, okay?
Sure.
So that you can think, you can be with yourself. I will also put my responses. So in the chat, we have screaming, blaming, silent treatment, unsolicited advices, loud voice, distractions, closed body language, repeating myself. Um, where I have to repeat myself is what you're saying
Yeah,
because
yeah,
the other person is not listening. Yeah. Comparing. Yeah. Comparison. I think. Yeah. We didn't talk about it, but
yeah.
such a big one. Yeah, for me, it was interruptions, rushing me sometimes, judgments, and forcing ways of looking at the world. If my way of looking at the world is different, then that
Mhm.
being treated as wrong, and then other being more effective or better because of their point of view. Yeah. Um, Here is the next statement. What helped you feel safe enough to speak here? But I think you've already answered this. Some is the relationship that we've built for which the foundation is acceptance and no judgment. And that Ishwarya mentioned. And Shweta, I think you mentioned the default trust that you have that we are in this profession, and the way my tone and my pace made you feel. That's what you
Yeah,
said, right? Yeah. So tone matters, pace matters, how we respond matters. So many things, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So trust is not broken by big betrayals in conversations and hence in coaching also. We don't need big betrayals to break trust. These are these small things that break trust, isn't it? So it's usually lost in some unconscious moments in coaching as well. In conversations, we saw how, and in coaching also. And safety is rebuilt the same way, moment by moment. How do we build safety back? So, so here now let's shift gears. Okay, so take a deep breath. Okay, first take a deep breath and know that you are safe in this moment. We are in the present moment having this conversation. And now think about some conversations where you felt completely safe to be yourself. And what did the other person do or not do that created that safety for you? Again, think, no need to respond in a rush. Think, remember those moments, and then tell us.
Yeah, alcohol.
Yeah. And if we decode what happens in that.
So I think for me, it's largely non-judgmental listening that really does the you know and gives me the feeling of safety.
Mm,
The other is in closer relationships, uh, even physical touch like holding hands or hugs. That's a sign of safety for me
mm,
and trust. Mm.
mm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And Shweta mentioned listening, repeating, and then responding, which is, yeah, reflecting.
Yeah, yeah,
Nodding, eye contact, and the don'ts are don't judge and don't give gyan. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
yeah.
yeah, so yeah, these are the things that happen, right?
Yeah.
Um, okay. Why did I get this message? I don't know.
Which one?
Um,
Sorry,
okay.
what message?
No, it's okay. I think this meeting will automatically end in 10 minutes, it says. I don't know why. But if it does, then we will log in back. Yeah. Uh, okay. So, yeah. And now that you're thinking about these moments, scan your body and tell me how are you feeling?
Lighter, nice.
Like, same word was coming to me. Yeah, like,
Hmm. Yeah, so entire nervous system is involved, right?
yeah,
When it comes to safety and all of that. And uh, this nervous system is trained for so many years, like Shweta, you mentioned, for so many years, your
yeah,
nervous system has been feeling something. And so many times it happens that when a new client comes into a coaching session, their nervous system is trained for not being safe.
true.
So all the more important to create that safety over a period of time, right? And so notice whatever you mentioned, safety wasn't created by advice or expertise of somebody also, but it was created by how somebody showed up, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. So hence, you know, this statement, deep enough, it says trust is not given, safety is felt, right? Yeah. So when fate is felt, the nervous system knows that I can trust. Yeah. So, demonstrating respect, empathy, acceptance, maintaining confidentiality, transparency, all of this is given in definition, but this is how it feels like. Honoring client autonomy, their identity, and their pace. Repairing ruptures when trust is strained. Yeah. So, clients don't open up because we ask good questions. They open up because their nervous system feels safe in a coaching session. So, it's how we show up. Yeah. So far we've been talking about safety, that environment, and all that. But I want to shift gears, and here is another level so that I want to go to. So we talked about how to create a safe space, but is it possible that even though there is a safe space, trust is broken during the coaching session? Is it true? Can it happen?
100%. I think, yeah,
Happen, happen, right? Yeah,
100.
It
yeah.
can
So
happen because sometimes trust is also linked to expectations. Like sometimes, even in your closer relationships or a coaching and your coach and coachee relationship, there might be certain expectations that may not get met in that particular situation or in that conversation,
yeah.
because of which
Okay.
the trust might get distant.
Yeah. Yeah. So since we talked about earlier in our personal relationships, trust was broken in conversations because of some subtle behaviors, not big betrayals, but subtle behaviors. So similarly, in a coaching session also, sometimes we as because we are not perfect, right? We can do something which can break trust.
Yeah,
Correct? Yeah. What are those moments? What can
judgment
get?
and Gyan from those words.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
when an advice can come. Okay. Um, sorry, what else? What else? What are some moments which can break trust?
Um, yeah, I think one is like what Shweta says, advising when you're not listening, but you're ready to jump in to advise,
Hmm.
or to bandage the situation by saying, "Hey, it's okay, it'll be fine," something like that. That may lead to the trust breaking.
Hmm. Oh, so reassuring. What you're saying is reassuring.
Reassuring, yeah.
Because we hear it so many times in our life, right? Don't worry, everything will be okay.
Yeah, like you don't
Yeah.
want to pay and come and listen to
Uh,
that again, So,
yeah.
uh, so
So
that,
yeah, reassuring, which means diluting what I'm going through right now.
yeah,
Yeah. Diluting my feeling. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
taking
Well,
sides
taking sides.
in
Okay.
relationship
Hmm.
coaching, especially,
Hmm.
if somebody's talking about, you know, like in the organization setup, I usually come to hear a lot about how I don't get along with my manager. So if as a coach, I'm going to take sides of the
Hmm.
manager to say, hey, why don't you think like him? Like that whole
Ah.
perspective thing that you mentioned.
Hmm. Hmm.
While it may sound okay, like, yeah, think systemically, but then the person might feel shut down saying that, hey, why is she asking me to again think like him?
Yeah. Comparison. Yeah.
Comparison.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Great. Okay. Thank you. I'm just watchful of this timer running. Give me a minute. Abhigan, are you there?
He's there, he's put on chat, yes, sir.
Okay. So I don't know why it's showing that this meeting will get over in 4 minutes. If it does, then please allow us back. So stay here. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Great. Okay. So, okay, here is I will open a few statements on the screen and you have to tell me true or false. Okay. How you think. For you, is it true or false? Okay. Here it is. The first statement is once my trust is broken, I never trust them again.
Is it true or false for me?
Yeah.
True.
True. Okay. Shweta, what do you
I'm
think?
not I'm not trusting the same person again, but yet I can trust.
Oh,
Trust
yeah.
is
So
not broken.
that.
Trusting the same person again. Yes. True.
Hmm, okay, interesting. Okay, next question is this is Gyan. Once they break trust, never trust them again. Is this
This is
true or
yeah.
false?
Yeah. True.
So first was about self, second is about
Uh,
Gyan. So you agree to both, yeah? Is it true? Okay, interesting. Now this is exactly what I want to
Can I say
challenge.
pass?
Pass.
Yeah, pass for all the answers.
Others.
Pass.
Pass. Okay. Yeah. Um, so I hear something unsafe over there. Okay. So I'm giving you an example, okay? In for an organization, there is a customer A and there is a customer B. Okay. Um, and um, so who has out of these two, you have to tell me who has more chances of becoming a loyal customer. Okay. Customer A never had a problem. Everything was going fine. And customer B had a major problem and trust was broken, but the problem was solved, taken care of. Who has more chances of becoming a loyal customer?
Customer B.
Yeah.
Why?
The,
Why?
because he felt heard.
He felt heard. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it, the trust gets tested in situations when you face a trouble, not when everything is okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair. Yes. So customer A, who never had a problem, if gets a cheaper price somewhere, may go,
Yeah.
right? For experimentation, curiosity, whatever. But customer B knows if there is a problem, I know they will take care of me.
Correct.
Now safety is established,
Safety is.
isn't it? Hence, the two statements that I asked you earlier, don't they become false? But why did you say true? Let's go deeper. The nervous system wants to feel safe and says, I better be safe. And maybe that immediate response came from your nervous system. But the story that I shared, obviously, there's a lot of pain in that. A lot the customer goes through, a lot happens. So immediately we don't know.
Mm.
Correct. So, yeah, to feel safe, I mean, the answer is this. However, ideally, so which is why, I'm talking about this because if trust is broken in a coaching session, does that mean that it can't be repaired? Yes, it can be repaired. So let's
Yes.
talk about that. How to repair trust now. We are going to the advanced skill. If trust is broken during a coaching session, what do we do? So here is a trust repair toolkit that I'll share with you. What to say when safety is strained. This is gold for us because repair is what where mastery shows up, right? Like customer B, more chances of becoming loyal. So how do you sense when the client is withdrawn or distance? What can we observe if we feel that the client is withdrawn? That means trust is broken. Okay, so yeah, my question was Um, so trust breaking situations. If a client seems withdrawn or distance, that's one way to know. So how do you notice?
When the client may not say too much or only respond to questions with binary responses like yes, no,
Hmm.
maybe, things
Yeah,
like that also uh, are indication that, something is not right.
exactly. Yes, you're right. When they become quiet,
Yes.
when the answers are shortened, and energy drops.
Energy, body. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it? Yes. Okay. So when this happens, when you notice this, what are some of the things we can say?
Shaking feeling, I think, in that moment. How are you feeling right now?
Okay. Checking what's going on. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably ask the client, I would place the observation saying that, I see you responding in these manners, and this is so currently when I hear you, this is how I am feeling. So
Mm.
I open up with
So,
vulnerability so that the other person feels again
Mm.
safe. Okay,
Okay.
too.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a here and now response on how you are feeling. I'm just thinking, um, if if there is a relationship, then it can be taken in the right spirit. If there is no relationship, maybe the client may feel, yeah, this is what I hear from everybody. Could be. I'm just thinking. Yeah. So articulating it in words. One is uh, I noticed the energy shift just now. So what's happening for you? Yeah. So and Aishwarya, when you said this is happening for me, if you end it with what's happening for you, and I usually hear you saying that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so that's when they feel included. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Something feels different in this moment. Can we pause here? And how is this conversation landing for you right now? So I think the key is, yeah, being in the here and now and also checking with them how they are feeling so that they feel valued. Yeah. Okay. Another way.
And if I
Um,
sense a
yeah.
certain feeling or an emotion, I directly ask as well, are you mad at me at this moment, or are
Mhm.
you upset with something? That's also something that I do,
Hmm.
even in coaching conversations. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is what I see and tentatively and asking them does it land for them? Yeah. Okay. Um, Next one. Another situation can be when you missed noticing something or you pushed the client too quickly for a goal or something. And what do you think can happen in this moment? How will we observe this? How will we know?
they will stop, maybe they will not come back to you for another session because
Mhm.
they will feel responsible to respond to you saying that they did or did not do what they were
Mhm.
asked to do.
Sure,
and
yeah,
this
I
is
mean, yeah, that's when the damage is done. We're talking about in this moment, in the session, before they go, how can we repair trust? And how do we notice and how do we repair?
mm, noticing.
Okay.
Maybe there'll be there in terms of the response, there might be a quick yes.
Okay, could be. Okay, then you know that it's a superficial response. Okay, yeah, okay. Or yeah, when we ask a sharp question, when we move too fast, and this is how the coachee responds, like you mentioned. What can we say? Accepting it. I may have moved us too quickly. How was that for you? Or I want to check if I stayed with what matters to you just now. And help me
Like that second.
understand. Sorry?
I like that second question.
Yeah. I want to check if I stayed with what matters to you just now.
Mm.
And the next one, help me understand, did that question feel supportive?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. What could be another situation? Another situation could be when client feels judged or directed towards a direction through the through the coach. So, how will we know?
Facial expressions for sure.
Okay.
Um, there might be a question mark on the forehead, um,
Hmm.
or sudden dip of energy when you
Yeah.
feel judged. Uh,
Hmm.
Yeah. Frowning. Yeah. All these things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe dip in energy or maybe heightened energy also, because
yeah.
the person might become defensive.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So when the client says or implies something like, you're pushing me, or you don't get it,
Okay.
isn't it? You don't know my situation. Yeah. We can say, thank you for naming that. Can you say more? Yeah. So appreciating them for expressing it. And what felt off for you in that moment? And there is opportunity to go deeper into that. And what would feel more supportive right now? Yeah. Another situation of trust breaking could be when emotion surfaces strongly, any emotion. Yeah.
Mm.
How will we notice? We may notice when the client cries, uh, anger appears, shame is present. All of this can happen. Yeah. How do we repair trust in that moment? By saying, I'm here for you, take your
Yeah.
time. What do you need in this moment by asking them? And would it help to stay with this or shift pace? Yeah. And finally, to close the loop of restoring safety before we move on, when we are able to handle and repair it, it's a good idea to ask how they are feeling in that space right now. Is there anything they need to name, we need to name before we continue? And what helped you stay in this conversation? Yeah. And by doing this, there are more chances that the client will ghost us, the coach, in the next session. Yeah. So yes, trust can be broken in a session and can be repaired in a session, by creating that safety, open space, and the coach understanding and accepting it. So whatever we talked about in this question is a simple framework, and that framework is in three steps. Is first noticing a shift. There is a shift in the client behavior, then inviting the client back. Yeah. Um, can this be used in our personal life as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, can be, right? So this is taking back to Shweta, what you shared about with your mother so
Yeah.
many years. Do you think there's an opportunity to try this in that
Yeah.
relationship?
Yeah. I'm just connecting the dots from where I can start, and yeah.
So noticing,
Mm.
you already noticed, but maybe naming it gently and then inviting her.
True.
Yeah. So here are some statements that can be used in this framework. I notice I may have moved this too quickly just now. How is that pace for you? I might have misunderstood. Help me understand.
Mm.
What would help you feel more supported right now?
Mm.
and repair builds trust faster. Sorry, this is insight. This is Gyan, last one. But the first three are the statements. Um, what becomes alive for you in these three statements?
I might have misunderstood for me.
Okay.
I think the whole equal, sharing mutual responsibility is what, for
Yeah.
what has happened, not just saying that if you correct yourself, this thing will be okay.
Yeah.
But this might have misunderstood, or that there's something that I'm unable to see, is also
Hmm.
taking responsibility for saying that, hey, I'm also equally involved in this.
Yeah. And I think these statements clearly, whatever the competency says, giving autonomy to the client, helping them stay with their identity, looking at it from their point of view, their uniqueness, accepting them. All of this comes here, right? So trust is not about never getting it wrong. It is about noticing faster and repairing sooner. Yeah. So here is a small quiz that we will do. Are you ready for the quiz?
Yes.
No, pass.
Five. Not 10 questions as well. Five. Okay. I feel like you're trying to push me somewhere. If the client says this, what's your best response out of these? A, B, C, D. And I sure I remember C is not the right. C may not be the right answer.
I think this time looks like
It's
D.
D, yeah.
Yeah. Acknowledge and explore their experience. Yeah. And what is the statement that we can use?
Uh,
Remember our framework? Three
yeah, I
things.
mean, push me some.
I may have pushed you too quickly or something.
It's about acknowledging that.
Mm.
Thanks for pointing that out. Can
Yeah.
you say more?
Yeah. Yeah. Or yeah. Thank you for naming it. Can you say
Yeah.
more? Yeah.
Mm,
Or yeah, maybe I pushed you somewhere.
mm,
Can you tell me more about it? So that's
mm.
how we acknowledge and we explore their experience. Yeah. Okay. Next question. A sponsor requests feedback about clients' personal struggles. What's your best response out of these four?
Clarifying boundaries with both sponsor and client. Oh, we're
Yeah.
moving like DA this
No, there is no pattern. Yeah. So yeah, because transparency strengthens psychological safety. Yeah. So being transparent. Next question. I'm just terrible. Client says, I'm just terrible at this. I always mess up. What is most aligned with cultivating safety in this situation out of these four?
You were right, Aishwarya.
Be this time. I'm noticing a lot of harshness towards yourself. What's happening? Yeah. So exploring, noticing and gently surfacing the self-judgment without pushing,
Yeah.
without invalidating. Yeah. Uh, okay. Next question. A senior executive client says, "You probably don't understand the pressure I am under." What can you say?
D. Invite them
B.
to help you understand their world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you put A? We could have like been in the pattern.
Yeah, we were waiting for A. Yeah. I was like, Abhi aega in A.
Yeah. I'm unpredictable.
Right.
Okay. Next question. What
Closest.
could be your best closing statement that reinforces trust out of these four?
Mm. Yeah.
It is
I know.
A, how are you feeling about the space we created today? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we came to A.
You came to A, yeah. But there was no pattern. See? Yeah. So yes, whenever unsure for trust and safety, this is what we can think about. Honor autonomy, slow down instead of speeding up. And by the way, this is opposite to what the nervous system does. Whenever there is threat to safety, if you see in our personal life, we speed up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's presence, right? So slowing down instead of speeding up, exploring instead of explaining, repairing instead of defending, and keeping the clients emotionally safe. And I hope it happens in all relationships. Yeah. So, to be self, here is a question for self-reflection. When I am under pressure as a coach, what might unintentionally reduce safety? Can you think about this?
I have observed my listening impact.
Hmm.
It impacts my listening skill.
Hmm. So, so you don't listen, but what do you do instead?
Like, I just think about what could be the right
Uh,
question, or maybe how it can, how this situation can turn towards his goal. Things.
So you get more attached to the goal and try to find the right question.
Yeah, yeah.
So you come under the pressure of finding the right question. Yeah.
Sometimes, yes.
Hmm. And what can you do instead?
I think I should check with the client, how are we doing, or where is this supportive? Like, whatever I'm
Hmm.
asking, is this supportive to your goal? Like,
Okay. So slowing down instead of speeding up.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Aishwarya, anything?
For me, I become uncomfortable with silence
Hmm.
in the coaching session in the room, basically. So then I'm on a very hyper, conclusive mode. That is it this? Is it that? Is it this? That's something that might reduce safety.
Hmm. So slowing down again, right? Hmm. For me, I'm thinking, yeah, for me, it is, um, oh, I wish you see what I can see because I'm a very solution-oriented person. So solutions come this quickly to me.
Yeah, yeah.
So slowing down before they're, slowing down till the time they are ready for me. For me, it is that, yeah. Okay, great.
I can remember the gym well example last time.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so one behavior I commit to practicing to build safety today is,
Listening and reflecting
okay,
and
you mean,
slowing down.
yeah, okay, slowing down and mirroring back what you're saying, right? Yeah, okay.
I think pausing, I just pausing, check, and then respond.
Hmm, okay. Hmm. For me, the same thing. I think instead of rushing what I can see, framing that
Mm.
so in the end, I will just say trust is not something we ask for as coaches. It's something our clients feels moment by moment. And always remembering that it's not only a conversation with the mind, but with the entire nervous system, which needs to get ready.
Mm.
And when safety is felt, trust is developed. Great. That's all that we have. Thank you for your lovely inputs.
Thank you, Nikhil, once again for a
Wonderful.
engaging session.
Yeah, nice. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nikhil. Thanks, Aishwarya. Bye bye.
Bye bye.